an age. I don't like it. You know, I'm not saying they don't have the right to do it, and I'm hoping they waive it for them, but most dealerships don't do it. That's what I don't like about it. Charlie, what's going on with you? Charlie, you're up.
Yeah, here I am.
Yes, sir, there you are.
Well, I just wanted to report what I think is one of these phishing things on the internet or scam or whatever. Well, you get a message saying a key change has been posted to one of your credit reports.
Oh, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And click here to see how your credit score has been affected. Well, I happen to subscribe through USAA Insurance to a system that monitors all three of Experian, TransUnion, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So out of curiosity, I went there through USAA. Well, my credit report had changed indeed by 1 point.
That's weird. What did this other company want to charge? I mean, what was the phishing scheme?
It says, click here now to see how your score has been affected by these changes.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't click on those things because I figure I'm going to get on a mailing list and or have some of my...
I see what you're saying. You're afraid just to go to the site.
Yeah. I just want to report that so if any other people have gotten this, that they do not click here.
Yep.
Because they might wind up... and it sounds kind of scary when you first look at it. Well, my credit score is up in the 800s. It's a very good score.
Yeah, and they make it sound like, oh man, it could be horrible now.
Exactly.
Some of those actually look pretty legit, too.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They're getting better and better.
Well,
yeah, they're getting trickier.
Yeah.
This one does, unless you look at the address from, it says score alert. Well, you know, that was one of the clues to me.
Yeah, and the email on there is probably from Jamaica.
I wouldn't doubt it. So
hey,
that's all I wanted to do.
Thank you, Charlie.
Get on there.
We appreciate that. If anybody sees that, make sure you don't fall for it. We get people falling for that stuff all the time, and it's really scary. If you're the older folks, just a lot of it, they didn't grow up with computers. They don't realize how bad people are. I've always wondered this. Is there more bad guys now than there was 50 years ago? Or it's the same amount, but the world is so interconnected now. What do you think?
I think it's the same amount.
I think it's the same. Now, there's definitely more people, though.
Well, yeah, but
there's like a billion Chinamen or 2 billion or something.
More talent back in the day. You see the shell game on the street. You see different
That's true.
things.
You had to work at it.
Yeah.
The shell game. I do remember the shell game. I saw it on Gilligan's Island once. They used coconuts, but it was very similar to the same shell game. 303-713-8255. Suzanne, did we hear from that attorney?
I did, and I was trying to reach the caller who hung up to give her the update.
What's the update? I want to know.
Well, I spoke with the attorney. She said, yes, she has a copy of the will.
Oh,
all
good.
she has is a copy. She's going to mail a copy to Darlene. There was some confusion with the way Darlene was leaving messages.
She was being a jerk.
Yes. Yes, yeah. She was.
Okay.
She is going to mail her a copy. She said she's been dealing with the deceased's husband, and he's great to deal with, but the other thing that was confusing was Darlene's last name that she leaves is not the same last name on the will.
You get more with honey than vinegar.
And I was sweet as pie. She likes
me. That's what
me.
Suzanne keeps telling you.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Good update, Suzanne. 303-713-8255. Ernie, what's going on with you?
Oh, yes. I had a situation. I co-signed for this young man who was a friend of mine I worked with back in the day.
I don't even like the word co-signed, Ernie. You signed. Keep going.
I don't like it now, for sure. Well, anyway, the kid finished school. This is back in 2009, I think. And he finished school, and he hasn't lived in Colorado since he moved out to California. And him and his father don't get along real good. I think he hasn't really expressed that to me.
Why didn't his dad sign? He couldn't qualify.
They couldn't qualify at the time, and I know the kid from the time he was born, and I couldn't stand to see him not be able to get in school, and I had the ability to help him.
I see where this is going, but I'm going to bring you off to the side real quick. Did he graduate? Did the kid graduate, Ernie?
Yes.
Okay, is he what degree did he get?
He's in music.
Okay. Okay. So he's using his degree.
Once since that meeting I had with him and his mom in 2009.
So you realize you can't get off this loan.
Making the payments.
Yeah. Well, and has he missed any payments? Has it affected your credit or no?
Well, it did back about 3 years ago when his mom was making them first, and she got ill and she almost died. But long story short, the father took over and he started making the payments. He's been making them pretty.
There's nothing you can do to get off this loan unless if they buy out the loan. There is no reason for that company to let you off that paper. There's no reason.
Yeah. That's what they had told your father, because he talked to me just the other day. And
even if he agreed to sign, they just don't do it. There's no reason in a million years to do it.
And what's the balance on the loan?
I don't know.
It'll be paid off someday.
I don't really know. I think it's around 30 grand.
Oh man, no, there's nothing. I mean, they could refi it, but if it was was it a student loan?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I mean, there's no reason for them to do anything. They're getting their payment. They don't want to change anything. If they're caught up and they're making the payments. Now, if they didn't make payments for 6 or 7 months, you might actually, well, then you'd end up paying it. I mean, unless if you weren't going to pay it, you're screwed, Ernie. That's it. When you co-sign for a loan, and I know you know this, I'm saying this for everybody else, there's no such thing as a co-signer. It's both people signing. They go after both of you. They're going to go after the easiest collection point.
You should declare bankruptcy.
No, it's a student loan. It's there, baby.
Well, you know, I called up this corporation called GoFi.
Yeah.
And they told me
that
all he'd have to do was to fill out this form and request to put his father on as a co-signer rather than me.
Then why doesn't he do that?
Well, he's just not. He grew up and he's not dependable.
Oh, you mean the kid, not the father?
Yeah.
I'll call the kid. Give me the kid's name. I'll call the. What's his kid's name?
Because he worked.
You know what? I agree with you. Okay, wait, Ernie. I just missed that entire part. Why isn't this kid stepping up? What's this kid's name? What's his name?
His name's David.
You want me to call him?
David Bourne. His father just told me he been asking to call me for about 3 weeks.
Do you want me to call him for you, Ernie?
I don't have a number for him, but I'm just calling you. Maybe I thought maybe you would have something that you could.
Yeah, the kid needs to step up. If you actually found, I don't know why they'd ever take you off. First of all, I just don't think that's going to happen. But if there's a chance it could happen, and the kid's not actually doing it, what a deadbeat. You were there for him when he wanted to go to school, and now he's not there for you? That's crap. Those are the kind of kids I like having on the air.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let's get Ernie's info. I'd like to catch up and get that kid on. I mean, this is ridiculous.
How old's the kid?
He's probably, I bet he's in his 30s. Let me ask him real quick. Ernie, how old is that kid?
Yeah, he's right. He's in his 30s.
Wow.
And is he making money? I mean, he's actually working and making money. And but he's not even paying the loan, Kevin. The father is.
That's true.
A year for the first time. He came over to my house for Christmas.
That sucks.
He talks real nice and everything, but you know, he just one of those slackers. He don't do what he says.
Yeah, you signed on that loan. What was it, about like 9 years ago?
And the kid won't even pay it.
The kid's
dad is paying it.
And what is the term of the loan?
How much is
9 years?
How much are the payments? Do you know?
No, I don't. I think it's around $300.
$300. He's probably. I bet he's driving. What kind of car is he driving?
I don't know. Like
Escalade.
I haven't seen the kid since
BMW.
He graduated from high school but once.
Yeah. Well, Ernie, I mean, listen. I know you listen a lot, so call in when you have the kid's phone number. Maybe I can get through to him.
Okay.
All right. Hold tight.
All right. I'll try to do that.
All right. I mean, that's really what needs. Someone's got to sit down and go, man, this guy was there for you. When your dad couldn't qualify, you couldn't. You got the education. Now you're out making money. Do whatever he asks. Why aren't you making the payments? I mean, there's got to be something there.
Well, the kid knows. He just doesn't care.
No, that's exactly right. Why would he? In fact, man, here's what really should happen. The dad should quit now because everything's going to come back and affect Ernie. The whole thing sucks. When you co-sign, you sign for that loan. In fact, I'll tell you, I got a story I'm going to tell you coming back. This is a true story, okay? Kid gets talked in by his roommate. Kid's like 18, 20 years old. Talked in by his roommate to co-sign on a vehicle for $200. The guy gives, I don't even know if he got to $200. We'll find out, though. I'll tell you who it is, too. This is a true story, and it sounds funny, but it's not funny because it screwed the kid's credit up big time. And the father, who we all know and love, ended up paying for this car when the credit union came after him. This is a true co-signing story, even if it is for your own kid. Cam Solar, check these guys out. You call up Cam Solar. Within 20 minutes after you talk to them, they can tell you if you are a good fit for solar. They have this bird's-eye view, this website they pull up. They put your address in, and they can actually look at your roof and tell you if solar is right for you. Then, within a couple days, they can give you a full estimate on how much it would cost. But if you've ever even thought about getting solar, the first call is simple. You call them up, you give them the address, and you're going to know soon if solar is right for you. Then, within a couple days, they'll actually lock in a price, give you a great, great deal on solar. It took us a long time to find a good solar company, and we did. They've installed thousands of different ones. They came out of Texas. They're still running strong there. They opened up in Colorado about 6 months ago, and thank God they did, because Cam Solar is a great company. I know the owner personally. They're the straight deal. They're the good guys. 720-449-2935. Cam Solar. You can always go to the referralist.com, search Cam Solar, C-A-M, 720-449-2935. 20-year bumper-to-bumper equipment warranty, too. These guys are incredible.
This report is brought to you by Firestone.
Just call them up. They can actually, they got this software, you know, how many panels, how big, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Do you have sun access up there?
What's that?
Don't you have a lot of trees?
Yeah, but the house pretty
Pretty
tall.
open? Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
I have an update on Bumfuck Egypt.
So here was the, okay, just I've got to explain because how stupid that sounds. So he said yesterday that his neighbor has been to Timbuktu, which I know is a real place. Timbuktu is. And Bumfuck Egypt, which is not a fucking real place. What is your update?
She was in Afghanistan, stationed there with a medical mobile thing.
Yeah.
The camp didn't have a name; it just has a number, like
So
a
they called it Bumfuck Egypt.
So when they went to Egypt, they put the sign up, Bumfuck Egypt, and then all the signs with, like in MASH, all the signs.
All right.
So she takes a picture and sends it on the Facebook page that that's where she's at.
He was convinced
I
though, there was
believed
a
it.
real Bumfuck Egypt.
Oh, okay.
I
Just like,
it's on
translation.
It's on our webpage.
It's like the elevator.
Yeah. I got screwed on that. Well,
I know that if you find out.
I got kind of half screwed on it. It hadn't existed for years.
Yeah.
It was there, but then when it was no longer passed.
Oh, really? You found out over there?
Yeah, there
I'd
was.
like to go to that place.
It was
I'd like to go to the restaurant.
it was a little two-man elevator. That's why we didn't see the shaft. It was so little, but it was taken
That's
out.
what she said.
Yeah, but it was taken out in the 90s because it was no longer considered a passenger elevator. It was too small, and so then they had to hike up the last 10, 20 years that they had to walk up 12 stories.
And it was a bitch if you were in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Anyway, I bet Tom, because I had gone there, at the airport, I owned a bunch of stuff, I was going to buy the cab off of that station from the airport. We had to walk up all those stairs. They said there's no elevator. And Tom said there had to be an elevator. And I bet him that no, there was no elevator. I've been there. We walked up. There's no, and I saw no sign of it. But there had been one there.
Do you know on a student loan, if you have a federal student loan, I don't think you need a cosigner. If it's a federal student loan, I think it's just a
So
student.
it should have been a private loan.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's a private loan.
I still don't think you can get rid of them.
No, you can't. Bankruptcy. I'm saying you can't bankrupt out of a federal student loan, but like I've never heard of anybody having a cosign on a student loan. Federal student loan.
Federal student. I know somebody.
What, federal?
Yeah, I was thinking too on that.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of loan, if the loan was 80% paid for, you could get the cosigner off. No, does that make any? I'm trying to think.
Why would anybody remove a cosigner?
That's true. That's a good
Well,
point.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so
would.
they tried to do, they're trying to trade names.
Unless
I
they
know somebody
die.
tried to do that, and they put somebody else's name on there, and they were supposed to take the other person off. All they ended up with was 3
They
cosigners.
just added on, yeah.
They just added on, and yep, they said, no, their fault wasn't good enough.
I got a question. If a guy cosigned, he died, would the state be responsible?
Oh.
Who do you show?
For that?
Good question.
Might
It's
be.
a debt.
Yeah, that estate might be paying off the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I wonder, What a terrible deal.
Well, there's a moral, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what the kid says when he gets on there.
And yet, remember that thing last week?
All right, Art of Granite, Mitch Floria. Where did he come from? Deputy Dan. Come on, man. Speak up, man. Where did he come from? Come on, where did he come from?
Don't say Rockies.
Oh, my God. Come on, we talk about him every single day. He's the best. The best granite fabricator out there. If you need granite, you need countertops, he's the man. But where did he come from, Deputy Dan? Deputy Dan.
Don't say Rockies.
Romania!
Romania.
He came over years ago. Listen, this is a real story. Guy had $300 in his pocket, flies into New York. $300. No English, no family, no friends. He lands in New York. He works his way out to Denver. He starts working for a granite fabricator, and now he's the best out there. Fast forward to now. He's married. He's got kids. He's an American citizen, and he owns Art of Granite, one of the most successful businesses that we talk about. Call up Mitch Floria if you need countertops. He's done our bathroom. He's done our mudroom, and he's done part of our kitchen. He is a wonderful man, Mitch Floria, artofgranite.net. You can always search Art of Granite on the referrallist.com or call him at 303-386-5919. Last thing about Mitch, what can you do, Deputy Dan? What is one thing unique about estimates with
You can take a picture and send it to him, and he can give you an estimate almost spot on.
I can't believe Deputy Dan got something right. I'm flabbergasted.
Come on, I've got a couple things
right.
I'm
flabbergasted. That is correct. You can take a picture, you can send it to him, call him up for that cell phone number or whatever, 303-386-5919. Mary Ann has an eviction, but I want to go to Dennis first. Mary Ann, I promise you'll be next. Dennis, what's going on with you?
Hey, Mark, thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to mention, about 2 weeks ago I had an oil change at Pro Auto Care.
Okay.
And I do use you guys' trouble list quite a bit, actually.
Well, I wouldn't use the Sleaze Brigade by any means, but no, I would suggest you go to referral list.
Yeah, I'm having Mitch do my countertops. But
cool.
Anyways, about Pro Auto, I went there 2 weeks ago for an oil change, and this is my third time going to them.
That's wonderful.
That after I got done, what I was disappointed in, they came out to the counter so I could pay for the oil change, and then they wanted to recommend that I do cabin filter and an air filter, and I declined, of course, because I knew I had done them, and just to make it right for myself, I came home.
I think you emailed. Did you email me as well,
yeah.
Dennis?
No, I didn't email you, but I talked to Susan twice.
Oh, she emailed me on it. I actually remember getting this in the form of an email last week. It must have been from Suzanne, but I called up and talked to Al. He talked to his front counter guy and said there was... Suzanne, is this the one where he said there was sticks and everything in that air filter?
Yes,
yeah.
I sent you the response.
Yep, and Mark, let me explain.
Why didn't you just... Dennis, why didn't you just say, hey, let me see them? Wouldn't that be the easiest way?
Well, it probably would have, but I was kind of shocked, and I just paid my bill and left, and I came home.
But Dennis, hold on. Listen, I want to understand, because I don't go to Pro Auto, and here's the only reason I don't. I live in Franktown, and my vehicles are 100% under warranty. When I got to get an oil change, I generally go to the Firestone in Castle Rock because it's the closest. They always try to sell me an air filter. They always try to sell me a cabin air filter, and I think they do it based upon mileage. Guys, chime in here.
Absolutely. So what kind of roads you drive on? You got dirt roads, you got all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So, Dennis, Mark, why are you so upset he tried to sell you these two things? That's what I'm not understanding.
Here's what I'm upset about. If they would have literally pulled the filter and checked them, I date and put mileage on my filters with a Sharpie when I change them. And that filter, I changed it at 88,000 miles, and my oil change at the shop was 91.5.
Got it.
And that's less than 3,000 miles. That filter looked like it just came out of the box.
Guys,
brand new.
When you look up mileage, the 30, 60, 90, do they show cabin air filters and air filters?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, they were probably... Dennis, I get where you're coming from. You're right. And if I recall, and guys, tell me if I'm right or wrong on this, the one thing I hated in a lot of vehicles was the cabin air filters, because some of them, not all of them, back in the day, were really a bear to get.
That's some of the original ones were really tough to get.
Yep. And how long does it take you to get the cabin filter out of your car?
Yeah, Dennis.
Mine takes less than 5 minutes.
Okay, so his is right there.
You drop the glove box, and you pull the little clips and you slip it out, slip in a new one. It's about a 5-minute job.
If you told Pro Auto Care that you just changed it...
Yeah, that's what I don't know why this turned into a
How are they supposed to know that?
Well, if they checked it, they said they checked it.
I understand. He's basically saying they didn't check it. They were probably just going after mileage, Dennis. So, I mean, I understand. You changed it. You wish they checked it. You know, it's not a perfect world, but I get exactly where you're coming from.
Well, I appreciate that. And, Mark,
yes, sir.
I do listen to you guys a lot.
Thank you.
If you remember me, I'm the guy that was delivering turkey dinners with you.
Oh, yeah, man. For what church was that, Suzanne?
That was the Baptist church.
Pastor Lauren's church there.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the church, Mark. I just know Pastor Lauren Richmond.
Man, that was, I got to tell you, that I had this one homeless dude. We'd start at the church. We would load up, I mean, as many meals as we could fit into this bus. And I used the term bus very loosely. This thing was, you know, God bless that man for helping out, but that bus... Kevin, you saw this bus, didn't you? Yeah, you
Kevin
fixed the back.
fixed the electric on it.
He fixed the electric on it. But, so I'm driving. I don't remember, Dennis, if you were with me on this one, but I left. Go ahead.
I had my car, and I was delivering meals.
Out of your trunk. I know exactly. Out of your trunk. I know exactly you were. Check this out, though. So I leave in this bus, and I'm picking guys up and bringing them up because there was donations of clothes and food. You would bring the homeless up. They would pick through clothes, get jackets, the whole bit, and then we would drive them back. I'm driving this one guy back. Oh, my God. I had my son with me. Miles was with me. He was probably 15 at the time, maybe 16. This dude falls on the floor, starts going into conniptions like I've never seen. I'm thinking, okay, what do you do? Honestly, what do? I'm not an EMT, and, you know, I'm not about to give mouth-to-mouth to this dude either. It ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, that's me. It ain't happening. So I'm driving. My son's going, oh, my God, what do we do? I'm going to drop him off basically in front of a fire station that I pass. I didn't know what else to do with the guy. He doesn't have insurance. I have no idea how this stuff works. So, all of a sudden, another homeless woman, like, elbows him and says, stop it. He just gets back up like nothing happened and sits down. I'm like, what the hell was he trying to do? What did he think I was going to do? It was a very, very unique circumstance. Dennis, I appreciate everything you do for the community as well.
Okay, and I'm going to continue to go to Pro Auto. I just thought it needed to be put out there for... If they're saying they check something, they actually should check it. Not
yeah, a lot of shops, they sell by mileage now. They pull up all data. All data says replace it here, replace it then. But I understand. Thank you, Dennis. 303-713-8255. I like Dennis, and I know exactly who he is. But to take a Sharpie out and write on your filters when you installed it, that's a whole new level, baby.
Hey, that used to be the norm.
Was it really?
Because Fram used to get the box and have a little cardboard thing. You'd fill it out.
And then you'd keep it.
Yeah.
You know, my kids make fun of me. I don't call them a Sharpie. I call them a magic marker.
A magic. I always say Sharpie. Sharpies are different. Dry erase is even stranger. I don't even... If you ever took a Sharpie and put it on a dry erase board on accident, yeah, Tom's still upset. Okay, Mary Ann, what's going on with you?
Marianne?
Yes?
Hi, Mark. I just want to be prepared. I've had a Section 8 renter in a property in Aurora for the past 8 years on a month-to-month lease.
Got it.
I gave her a 60-day notice.
Yep.
And she's supposed to be vacating the 31st of July. She is not letting me in the property.
Did you serve her the 3 days?
No, this is the thing. The lease is up on the 31st of July, and I'm anticipating major problems on that date.
I got you.
So I'm trying to be proactive and find out what I need to do.
All right, hold on. Hold on a second. This is a great call. Suzanne, if we can get Siglian, this is a perfect call for him. He actually represents a ton of landlords like yourself, and he's got pretty cool software, but it has nothing to do with this. But, Mary Ann, we're going to try to get him on for you, and he can give you the best way to do this. 303-713-8255. Fix it 24/7. We had John, or I'm sorry, John's one of his employees. We had Donaldson in. Okay, George Donaldson in, I want to say Tuesday, maybe it was Monday. This guy is unbelievable. He knows how to build an HVAC company, and he does it the right way. You know what his goal is? He does a lot of these specials. He doesn't have one right now, so I'm going to basically just tell you why we talk so highly of 24/7. Fix It 24/7. Here's why. George is not only a great owner, but he knows how to build a business. And here's how he does it. He wants to get in by these specials. There's nothing hidden here. He does a $39 tune-up, and unlike everybody else that does $39 tune-ups or $49 tune-ups on your furnace or AC, he actually does a tune-up. They'll spend anywhere from an hour to 2 hours cleaning your furnace, literally cleaning the dirt out of your furnace, cleaning the blower motor in most circumstances, and just cleaning it. I don't know how else to put it. If you need something, they'll let you know it. But a lot of times, I get these emails, I didn't need anything. How does he do it for $39? Well, here's how he does it. When you do have a breakdown on your furnace, on your AC, on your water heater, when you do have an issue, you're going to look at that sticker he put on there, and you're going to know who to call because they took care of you on that $39 deal. They'll teach you everything about your furnace. They're great people. So if you do need a new air conditioner, you do need a new furnace, if you want your water heater checked out, if these things are getting up there in age, call Fix It 24/7. At least get a price from them. You're going to be pleasantly surprised that they're less than a lot of the other guys. Pleasantly surprised. Fix It 24/7, 720-526-3939. They have emergency service 24/7. Write it down so if something does break in the middle of the night or you do have an issue, at least you know who to call. Fix It 24/7, 720-526-3939, and like all the great companies we talk about, you can find them on referralist.com.
This is Denver's...
Did you ask the guy that was whomping around on the floor why he did that?
No, dude, I was so like...
Just get them off.
It was so... It was like... It was such a real thing going down, and my brain just kicked into this like... This mode, okay, what do you do with a homeless guy having a seizure? Really, what do you do? This guy lives outside. What do you possibly do when he happens to be on this bus going back to the homeless shelter? And all I could come up with is if I pass a fire station, I'll drop him off. I mean, there's nothing else I could do.
Yeah, you emergency room or anything.
I mean, I would have had Miles drag him off when we got there.
Just slow down, kind of.
No, I had no idea what to do. It was really bizarre.
You think he thought you were just kind of cute, and then he thought it would be a good way to get a...
Yeah. I would have had one of the other homeless guys.
Little up close.
I would have walked him through CPR.
Hey, give $10. Hey, can you go give him out?
So mine too was already on the air. They bought a vehicle from a dealership that shut down. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I had Mark, the VIN guy, look at the VIN. He says they're probably going to have to bond. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Go ask get a bonded title.
I got an angel.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
For bonding titles.
This is your daughter.
Do you want to have them back one, or do you want me to just give
sister.
the info to Clint? I don't think you were here that day.
No.
So
I'll ask.
She does more than anybody.
Okay, so keep her on.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon Stiglian's coming on, so I'm gonna get him. Don't.
Oh, good.
All insurance agency, but she's an expert on bond. She did. So, you know, you guys have to take cars that you're abandoned.
Right.
She does lots of those.
What does she charge to get a title?
It's like $15 per soap per 1,000 or something like that.
Well, that's for the bond.
Yeah, for the bond. It's like it's.
But then you can get the title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, after you go through.
Well, there's you gotta. You got
to go to State Patrol now to
they
get
gotta
a certified
VIN
before you can do a title search.
Then you got to go to. Then you do a title search. Then they'll bond it.
Who does it? So your sister did the title
She does
search?
the bonds. No,
Just the
title
bonds.
search has to be done at the state.
Yeah, because you use that guy Greg to do yours.
And if you do it out of order,
I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah, the guy's old. So you should write up a thing just exactly what you just said. That's who it is.
GBT or something.
Yeah.
I think I did.
You put a motor vehicle.
I think I did do art and granite.
on how to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
They don't know how to do it.
You're right.
No, they don't know how to do it.
No,
They get
they
it
don't.
wrong. And if you try to go.
So who do I got?
First,
Oh, I closed the wrong one. I have Centeno and
Get
Simply.
stuff off a girl's car and they're trying to find out information, so they won't let you do
They
that.
won't, and that's annoying, because we used to be able to get at least the lien holder involved, so you call them up and say, hey, this car's going bye-bye, so you want it, come get it, something. But yeah.
No, so what's the first thing you do? I'd like to see what the procedure is. That's really good.
The first thing you have to do is a VIN verification, or
so I'm the state patrol.
it has to be a certified VIN verification.
Okay.
So
And
it's like Glendale Police or State
Do
Patrol.
they just sign off on it? Or do you
Oh no, you got to take the car to them.
Right.
They
Yeah,
do
they
the
used to come out
NCIC,
and do
they
it.
do the whole
It's a form.
thing. Huh?
They used to come out and do
They
it.
don't now.
I know, they used to.
It's a form that they fill.
Well, it's gotta be state patrol, can't just be a cop.
It's, Glendale Police do it, and State
Okay.
Patrol. It's the only ones I know that do it.
Okay.
Dealers used to be able to do it,
But not the certified.
no, they can't do it.
But they don't charge. But
Oh yeah, $20.
Oh, they do.
And then we got to make an appointment.
Right.
So you got to be there on the time and the day and everything.
So you do that first, and then you get the
Then
bond?
you get the, and then you do the title search.
Okay, that's
With the
very cool.
verified VIN, you
Gotcha.
find out if there's a lien holder. So now you can either make phone calls to see, you know, because a lot of times I don't want the car. I want you to come pay the bill and take the car.
Exactly.
So, you know, we call the lien holder, call the customer, call anybody on the sheet, see if they want the car, and then you proceed further. You got to, you know, 30 days after notification, registered mail.
Here's what I do. If the vehicle is worth getting a title for, I'll just pay GBT $500 getting the title.
That's what I do.
If it's not worth getting the title for, get the transmission out of it, and just have towing service haul it off. Oh,
Yeah, but you got to be careful with that because if you don't own it, it's...
Well, the towing service can send the owner of the
If
vehicle.
they do that, I got jammed up. The guy I thought he was doing it, he was taking them and selling the cars.
Oh, yeah.
And
Then
then,
like,
and then the guy comes to find his car and it's not there, and there's no records, there's nothing.
I like the guy that returned the rental car and he took every nut and bolt of it apart.
Horrible.
Remember that one? He took the engine apart. He had all the pin. No, he was getting his car repoed. So he took the engine out.
Worst
He had
commercial
all the pistons laying out in the driveway. The crane. I mean, took the tranny out too, of course. The whole tranny was disassembled.
Did they arrest him for vandalism?
No, but he's gonna get a suit on the shortage.
Yeah.
That's not just shortage. That's, you know, that's...
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but they're
What
gonna
the
be
vehicle's worth.
Everybody thinks, oh yeah, you could do that. I give it to you.
Yeah, shortfall. You know, that place down on 49th in Washington, that Denver Metal, where you haul cars in there. I've had titles, but I see people come in there all the time. They don't have a title on cars, and they fill out an affidavit.
Just a bill of sale affidavit, yeah.
Yeah, and they're crushed.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of these yards, they're not crushing them. They just take all the great parts off of them.
Well, this place, if they
All right, 303-713-8255. We have
Brandon Sigley, and I'm going to bring up in a minute. But Deputy Dan, I must ask you another question, as I often do. So, where wouldn't you go for stem cells? Where wouldn't you go? Go ahead, come on. Where?
A chiropractor.
That's right. You guys ever notice these chiropractors? No matter what it is, when they get slow, they start doing everything. You know, a chiropractor, you know, 1 week might be selling, let's say, acupuncture. Then they kind of work through their clientele on acupuncture. Now it's time to sell something. One guy was actually selling frozen steaks. So you go in, you get your back cracked and you buy a frozen steak, you get a few needles shoved in you, and then as you're leaving, they want to know if your sewing machine or vacuum needs repairing. Don't get tricked. Seriously now. You ready for who you do go to for stem cells? Centeno Schultz. These guys actually harvest. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. They harvest your own stem cells, real stem cells. They go into your bone marrow. They put it back in their lab, which is right here. In fact, Centeno is like the pioneer across the country. He's the numero uno guy when it comes to stem cells. So if you're sick of that knee hurting or that shoulder or back pain, they're going to be honest with you and tell you if it'll work. And then they use actual live stem cells. Don't let those chiropractors fool you, and I kid you not on that. In fact, they're getting shut down thanks to guys like Centeno across the country. So if you really want to talk about helping yourself, I want you to call Centeno Schultz. Make that appointment, 303-963-9201. These guys are the real deal. Real stem cells, live stem cells, 303-963-9201. Then after you get those stem cells, I'd call Simply Floors. You know why? Because Buddy Mitchell. How was that transition? Was that good, guys? Come on. That was a tough one.
I knew you were going to brag about that.
That was a tough one, but you saw how that worked.
Yep.
Now that your knees don't hurt anymore and you want new flooring, you're going to call where you can save 40% off flooring. And I'm not kidding you. Buddy Mitchell, I have known him. He's done our flooring at our house. No special deals. regular price. We still saved probably 30%. Listen, he'll beat Home Depot, Lowe's. He'll beat them all out there. He'll come to you and bring the showroom. He has designers, which is a free service they offer if you're trying to match your couch to the new flooring, anything like that. Listen, he's a real deal. They run a great shop. It's simplyfloorsinc.com. Simplyfloorsinc.com for any of your flooring. Now that I have paid, as we say, all the bills, we will go to Brandon Siglian. Brandon, how are you, sir?
Hey, good, Mark. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. This is an interesting one, and it's right up your alley. You've got that software for tenants that helps them with evictions and everything, but I know you've been doing this forever. And Marianne she's a landlord, and she actually takes Section 8. Marianne, when and what have you served to this person that you're afraid is not going to leave nicely?
Okay, it will be 2 months ago on July 31st, which is her exit date.
Brandon, they're on a month-to-month, so you know.
Yeah. So I sent her a 60-day notice. I also sent a copy of that to Section 8. Section 8 did send her a move-out packet. She will not let me in or on the property. And I need to know when I can serve a 3-day notice if she's going to give me problems.
Marianne, when is that 60 days up? What day is she supposed to move out?
The 31st of July.
So, Brandon, what do you do? I mean, what does she need to do from here to do everything properly? And then if the lady won't leave, what do you do?
Okay, so is she saying she's not going to move out?
No, she's not saying that. But in my dealings with her over the years, she puts me off. I had an appointment last Friday to come in and measure the kitchen. I gave her a 36-hour notice. I had a painter with me. I had a repair person with me.
She wouldn't let you in?
And she wouldn't let me in.
Have you been in since?
No.
Here's what sucks. This is separate, too, Brandon, you might talk about. But, I mean, if this woman's on Section 8, even the damage, God, that place could be totaled, and you're not going to get any help from her.
I'm not getting any help from Section 8. They've completely divorced themselves from me. I've asked for help. They say that Section 8 cannot offer any legal advice. They say that they cannot
Brandon Siglian, attorney at law, please take the stage.
Okay, so I guess I'm not entirely certain on the facts here. So she hasn't paid rent for this month?
No, she's paid rent. I'm going on her personality. I think that she's not letting me in to look at the house, and she's lied throughout the course of the years. She's put me off whenever I wanted to do repairs, and I'm anticipating a big crisis on the 31st.
I think she's nailing it, Brandon. I think she knows this lady over the years enough to where this woman ain't going to be leaving when she's supposed to.
Gotcha. And you said you gave a 60-day notice to her?
Yes.
Intent not to renew?
Yes.
Okay. And that expires when?
The 31st of July.
Okay. And at this point, there's nothing really left to do. You just to wait it out and see what happens. And you can't...
Does she got a server with the 3-day?
Well, a 3-day would be for failure to pay rent or failure to comply with the rules. Now, it sounds like she's not letting you in the property, which would be a lease violation. You know, so
well,
you could...
I guess my main question is then, on the 31st, if she says, oh, I can't, I've got
whatever. She doesn't
whatever. If she doesn't let me in,
then
do
what?
I have to wait 3 days to get the notice? Do I have to go through an attorney? I'll be glad to go work with you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this myself. I don't want to do this myself, and I'm not.
I wouldn't want to deal with her either.
Right.
So
you would need to file an eviction if she fails to leave.
So,
okay.
So really wait till the 31st. If she doesn't leave, then just call you, right, Brandon?
That's right.
All right, hold tight. We got to the bottom of that. Wait, hold on, I'm going to get Brandon's number out right now. It's 720
Yes.
344 4828. And that's for any landlord out there. I mean, this is what Brandon does. He's got software for people that have, you know, hundreds of units and stuff, but I'll let him describe that later. But it's 720-344-4828. Thank you, Brandon. I'm pushing you guys along quick because we're almost out of time. But everybody hang tight. We're going to take one more quick break. Then we're going to jump into some deals. I'm going to squeeze these two to give something out. Alaramis loves when I do that, not. 303-713-8255. Everybody hang tight. We'll be back right after these messages.
This we have time. I have an update on that sleazy thing. If we have time. We don't.
Do you guys have a deal you want to give out?
I'm just going to do the find it fix at $89 or it's free deal.
Okay, I'll push that heavy.
So are you changing that?
89 plus parts.
That's the one that when you're here,
Yeah.
that's the one I put on.
89 plus parts.
Yes.
Yes.
Except for today. Parts are free.
That's
Today, all parts are free. Buy an oil change, get a free transmission.
Yeah.
What are you doing,
We
sir?
used to do those. We used to do
Probably
those
so
cheap
busy
oil
we don't need
changes.
anything.
That's part of the problem.
I've
Now
tried
we're
to
about
park
a week
it
out.
both
We used to
one
do those
location.
cheap oil changes
Huh?
years
I
back.
tried to
Just
park
to get
one day
customers
one
in so you
location.
could
Say one back all the time.
But
Yeah.
the people that we got in didn't have any money.
Ask something. I couldn't even find a
And,
place to
you know,
park. You guys were so
We
busy.
discussed blocking.
Think
It's
of
like,
something.
hey, they're going to be accepted.
Climate check.
For us
Well,
to
come
try
in for an
to
oil change
sell
and mention
So
budget
don't do
A1
it.
transmission, you get a free
don't do
transmission
it.
from Mars.
Unless it's a safety issue. Unless you see something that's really bad.
You know, I wish people would
Buy
say
4
that,
tires, get
you
the
know,
5th
'cause
for
when
free.
You worked on my car, they said, well, this other thing, being I got a part, you know.
Buy
this other
5
thing is
tires,
gonna
we'll give you
be
3.
You know,
He's right
it's going to
down.
probably fail also.
Then you get
Right.
free alignment AC checks or something.
But I also
Free alignment?
my oil sending unit
Alignment
went
checks.
out.
Yeah.
And that's another thing at the 100,000 miles per Hyundais and stuff is a big deal.
Oh, wow.
Because that's only like $50 or less.
Mhm.
And then, you know, because the manifold was off already. The intake was off.
Oh.
Mark, you're
You know,
down.
if you're going to keep, I would like to know everything. But
Sure.
it's honest that things can
Sure.
happen.
Sure. North of
Because,
Hampton.
like I say, you know what it is. I mean, now you got to
Yeah.
take it in again.
Yeah.
I couldn't get his.
Did you see that transition there, Drew? Huh? I went from stem cells to flooring flawlessly,
You had the
bud.
intake off. I had you guys
That
do
was
the
a stretch.
Oh, right, right.
So
That's
just
$89
take notes,
plus
watch and
work.
learn, baby.
Or if you otherwise.
You're right there. Right.
So I'd like
I tried-
I'd like to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people might say like this guy here that I'm trying to push. But I mean, if you have
Not true.
Yeah.
all
Have you ever tried that, Kevin?
Get it.
Doing cheap oil changes just to get
I'm the
people
man.
in so you can look at the car.
I used to do things, you know, like we had a guy that printed up a service card, went around the neighborhoods, door to door.
Oh, right.
You know, so you get a local
Oh,
customer.
boy.
I got to teach Suzanne how to do
So
spots
there's like
better
free
than
oil changes on there, all kinds of different services, and he kept the money, so it cost us nothing until the customer came in.
Nothing.
Just zero.
Mark.
Yes,
sir. I tried
I don't
to
think you
park
generate
I tried
the
to park
right
at your place down there one day.
with the budget.
Not
Especially
only
I've
your
seen some of
lot,
those, you get
but
5
the
oil
streets
changes.
go for a
I've seen them
block.
come through. 5 oil changes for.
That's so odd.
How
That
long
trailer.
was
The
that?
guy across the street
What?
from me,
How long
Living
ago?
Social, does
Two-
like
2
oil
weeks ago.
change package,
Yeah.
2 or
Well,
3
the lot
or
was
4
full, and the street was full of cars.
Oh,
I know.
lot was full of. We have
I don't
hardly
know.
Was it on the
Does he
weekend?
make money?
No, it was during the week.
That trailer park's whack. You ever get any trouble over there?
Not really. No, they park in front of, they park in front of the shop all the time, which is frustrating.
You're just like used to it.
Come in, this
Yeah.
is what it needs, thank you, instead of get this free and get hammered on this.
Right.
I was right down that area because I was down at
I like doing my own oil changes.
Well, it
And
used to be
supply, yeah.
easier.
Why?
I mean, trying to get
Because
rid of
Because it makes me look at the whole car.
We're gonna park around here.
I don't even like doing
I wish it was because of how busy we were.
That's right.
And,
Keys to my
and
car.
you can buy.
I wish we had a shop closer. Any of you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck. There is no way I'm driving.
But you don't
any of
keep
you
your
guys'
cars.
cars.
You don't keep your cars.
Yeah.
So
I've never kept a car past full warranty.
Well, that's why we didn't even want to work on his crap.
Jeez, I keep.
No, because you find something, you're like, fuck.
You're taking it back to the dealer again. Yeah.
I had a Hyundai replace my transmission, whole fucking transmission.
Did they?
Had a little leak and you can't reseal it.
No.
So they shipped a brand new unit, not even a reman anything.
Which
They had it
which
for a
one was
fucking
that?
week though.
Which one was
But
that?
they gave me a rental car, or gave her a rental car the
This
whole
is
time.
nice. This is the one they play Suzanne's engine.
No, transmission.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even, nothing. They gave
Where was
her
it
a car.
leaking from?
I don't know.
Well, that's crazy. They just replaced the whole unit.
The whole fucking unit. Because I thought for sure they were going to
Take it out
reseal
and
it.
reseal it.
Sure.
No, they said it's going to take about a week because we get a brand new unit in. Hyundai doesn't reseal.
You
They
guys
did. It took every bit.
Well,
Actually,
they
it
don't
took
want
10
they don't
days.
want the tax taking the transmission apart is what it is.
Exactly.
Right.
Because trying to get it apart and back together and working and functioning. And
Then there's more of an issue.
Yeah. Because then you get liability on 3 ends instead of 1.
Right.
Years ago, I was trying to buy a simple
You know what? You're absolutely right. That's why they do it, because they're getting the transmission from Hyundai.
Right.
They have no cost
They're
in
just
it.
going to round trip it.
They round trip it, and then they ship the core back, and they probably, although they say they're brand new. I mean, I asked. I said, "You mean factory rebuilt?" They said, "Fucking brand new."
Right. That's a lot of them are doing now.
This
It's
is fucking
amazing.
But they even get paid for
They even
rental
said,
car.
"Fuck it."
Right. It's amazing too how cheap some of those brand new units are. It's like,
It's coming right from bumfuck Egypt.
I can't even build it for that.
All right, here's the deal. I'm going to give you a couple screaming deals from these guys. I twisted some arms, smacked some heads, held them upside down, kicked them, all kinds of stuff. Mark has one that's pretty amazing, actually. In fact, it was actually Tom's genius on this, but it's a really cool deal for the consumer. He doesn't run it all the time, but I got him to do it right now. $89, we call it Find Fixer Free. So you bring it to Budget A1. I don't care if it's a transmission problem, an engine problem, an oil leak, a brake problem, any problem. You get the idea. $89 plus parts will fix it. Now, of course, if you need a transmission, there's no way they could do it for that. So what do, Mark? You don't charge them a nickel,
right,
and give them a full diagnostic report on it.
No charge for the check procedure, and then, you know, if they want us to fix it, we give them a great credit on fixing it.
That's right, and I've never heard anything negative about it. Find Fixer Free, $89 plus parts. Now, if it's a brake job, generally it's going to be $89 plus parts.
Exactly.
If it's an alternator, is it generally $89 plus parts?
Half and half.
Depends.
Right.
Yeah, okay, but mostly I would say yes.
Yes.
Starters, anything like that, $89 plus parts. That's Budget A1 transmission. And
sometimes some of the labor charges are cheaper than $89. So we do it for less than that.
For less than $89. Give your phone number out. And you've got to mention the show, 89 plus parts.
Give us a call. Speak to Scott. Great guy.
You can schedule it right now.
303-781-9858. 303-781-9858.
And you can always search Budget A1 on referrallist.com. Kevin, you said you're going to do a free alignment check.
Yep.
Period. So if you just bought new tires, he doesn't care where you bought them.
Oh, you just did your own work. You did anything.
Yeah, you just put your own tie rod on anything. And you'll give them the printout.
Give them the printout. You decide. You want us to align at that time? Fine.
And
not,
if it doesn't need it, you ship them down the road.
Sure.
100% free. So if you just did your own work, just got new tires, 100% free. This way, he'll do that for you, and then if you ever need something big, hopefully you remember Kevin.
Back by, sure.
Give him the number. 2 locations.
303-455-7242. And it's Aurora and Lakewood.
That's right. Michael, what's going on with your transmission? Michael.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a 2014 Ford Focus.
Yes.
And the transmission has been fixed a couple of times, and the clutch is slipped.
Ooh.
And it's under warranty, and I'm taking it back to another deal. I've been to 4 dealers. I'm taking it back to another dealership to see if they can fix it on Monday. But is there something in there that's not being done right?
Well, the aftermarket warranties don't cover replacement of clutch components, like a clutch disc, a pressure plate, a release bearing, or a pilot bearing. That is not covered.
It's an automatic transmission.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's under the terms of your warranty, it should be covered.
Are you saying 4 people have tried to fix it and haven't?
Right.
Well, what are they doing? What are they fixing?
Well, I'm not sure what they're fixing. This is my granddaughter's car, so I'm not real sure what they're fixing, but they're fixing a component that leaks oil down to the clutches, and then it's good for a little while until those clutches get wet, and then it gets bad again.
Mark, do you have any idea what he's...
Is this a CVT transmission?
I couldn't tell you.
Michael, is this a factory warranty or an aftermarket warranty?
It's a factory warranty.
Okay.
I would just bring it to a better Ford dealer.
Absolutely.
I mean, something's going on. I didn't know Ford's warranty was that good.
Well, these Ford dealers you're taking to, or aftermarket shops?
These have been Ford dealerships.
Wow.
I have no idea.
The first 2 could not find the problem and sent us off down the road, and then we found one that would replace a component, and I'm not sure what
this
the component
could be.
is.
Hold on a second. This could be a loose nut behind the wheel. I'm just saying.
Well, 2014, what type of warranty?
Michael, do me a favor. Michael, we're just running up on the clock. I'm going to give Suzanne your number. I'm going to have Mark call you after the show, okay?
Okay.
Hold on a second. Suzanne, grab number 4's there. Joyce, what's going on?
Hello?
Yes, Joyce. Quickly.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just calling to find out the status of me being able to get my title for my car.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She called before, so they bought a car, and the dealer, before
they went out of business.
The dealer went out of business.
Yes, we do. We're going to, the time's coming up, Joyce. Here's what we're going to do. Stay on hold. We're going to have Clint talk to you after. Hold tight. All right, folks, 303-713-8255. Don't forget, live at Troubleshooter.com. 303 Martino works on and off the air. Once again, live at Troubleshooter.com. We check those messages every morning. We'll line you up. We'll get you on the show. We'll help you help yourself. My name's Mark Major. This is the Troubleshooter Network.
If you've suffered a serious personal injury, the last thing you need is a...
Second time, Kevin. You're off today.
Yeah.
The oil's getting on the clutches and automatic.
Yeah, I don't understand what
They
you're
are
talking about.
the oil, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand what he's talking about.
Unless it's some pipe I haven't seen.
Maybe it's a standard transmission. He's getting... Oh.
Yeah, something's really weird.
I thought he says
I dropped... Yeah,
He said that, and then he said, no, it's automatic.
The combination of the two don't make sense.
Yeah. Well, any more than
Not
dealers.
getting something
Dealers aren't that great at stuff anyway.
Yep.
Dealers
Exactly.
I had a recall on the training of my truck for the valve body and solenoid pack, and got it backed in, put the oil in it.
In the transmission?
Yeah.
That's wrong, is that?
I'm saying that's wrong.
Now, what year Ford pickup?
11.
Yeah, they have a lot of problems with them valve bodies.
They did.
Yeah.
And the sensor solenoids are all, the component swapped. You can't fix any sensor.
So they drop
you
the
drop
pan.
the pan, do this,
You put
do
the
that.
valve body on it.
They took it for a ride. Now, if you're driving normal, you don't even notice it. Where I live in Green Mountain, up and down hill, so I'm coming down from my house down, trying to stop, and it's like downshifting, really weird.
Sure.
Then I go and it's fine. It feels like 5 quarts low.
Oh, God. I was going to say, because they probably lost 4 to 5 quarts just dropping the pan.
And I even asked them, I said, dude, I've worked at dealerships. I mean, you go to the parts, you get your parts box, basically. The fluid, the filter, the gasket, you get everything. So what the hell did he do with the fluid? How do you forget to put fluid in the
Took it home, gave it to
transmission?
his friend.
It happens.
But no, but you get the
right.
parts box.
Yeah, because you go
get all your
because
parts at one
it's a
time.
refill.
Yeah.
So they give you the amount of fluid that you
You
need.
give the
Here's
five
the filter.
quarts,
Here's the
the
pan
filter. You
gasket.
get all your parts in
Here's your
one.
valve body. Put all that stuff in there. You're done.
Yeah. You should have an empty box of parts when you're done. So
Exactly.
it's not like they got to go to the oil shelf and get the
So,
oil. And,
did you tell them that you want the training replaced now, or
I tried.
5 quarts low?
They laughed at me.
Oh boy.
That wouldn't happen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.